I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
What's up, baby? Back for another fight analysis, pre-fight prediction, whatever you want to call it. UFC 249. Am I right? 249?
Yes, sir.
UFC 249 pre-fight show. Got hands. Nate Jackson, AJ from the Bay. Talk some fighting, son. We got a lot of fights coming up. Yo.
I want to start off with a segment first. I want to introduce a segment.
Let's go.
I don't have a name for it yet. But we both come in. We started off with somebody that we want to fight.
Somebody we want to fight personally?
Well, yeah, just personally. And we give the reason why and what rules we will fight him under.
The reason why we want to fight him in...
I'll go first.
I'll see.
I'll go first. I'll give you time. All right. First, I got Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban?
That's my first motherfucking nomination. Mark Cuban's bitch ass, yeah.
Why Mark Cuban?
Main reason is just hate, really. Mainly because Tanaka's out here promoting Mark Cuban for president. And that shit just boils my blood. I don't know, man. I feel like fighting Mark Cuban, man. Like, why is he promoting motherfucker that only got one championship? One championship.
Wait, hold up.
Barely.
It sounds like you convinced me you want to fight Tanaka.
No. I want to fight Mark Cuban. Because I just hate, because he just came out with videos and shit of what he would do as president. I just hate these motherfucking billionaires talking about what they would do. Alright, I don't know, man. Just Mark Cuban.
I get it.
Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are on the side, but Mark Cuban's right now.
Why Warren Buffett?
I just don't trust that old ass nigga. I don't trust him at all. Because he's too old to give a fuck.
How much does he care? Is he out there like that?
Yeah, but all the stocks, what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy, how he sold all his airline stocks right before.
Gotcha.
Corona shit. It's just some slick shit that, of course, we wouldn't know about.
Yeah,
you know,
we're not privy to that type of shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. So all these old ass niggas, but Mark Cuban, and I'll just do full MMA. I can't kick at all, but fuck it, man. I'll give him a chance. I don't know what he can do.
He's pretty tall, isn't he?
Is he? I don't know, man. I haven't.
He looks like it.
I see him sit down on Shark Tank. So
you don't see him sit down on Shark Tank in courtside in Dallas?
That's it. I've never seen him stand up, so I don't know. I haven't even looked at any metrics, but I don't give a fuck. That's my person. Your person
is Mark Cuban?
Yeah, if that gives you any insight to what I want the segment to be.
I see where you're going with this. My person would probably be Joaquin Phoenix, even though I think he did an amazing job in Joker and pretty much everything he does. He's an amazing actor. As a person, though, he irritates the fuck out of me. I actually watched him accept his award for the Joker because I think it's important for people who do that type of job to get commercially supported and awarded for that type of shit. But this nigga got up there and started talking about cows for fucking 45 minutes. And how about like the gas from the cows is killing the environment and all that bullshit. And it's the same Oscars that Ricky Gervais hosted. His monologue was like, hey, everybody, hey, cut that bullshit. Come up here, accept your award, and realize that we don't give a fuck about you and you're not smart and you don't have anything of substance to say. And this nigga still went there and started talking about fucking cows, son. I hated it so much. And I feel like...
About big fat white bitches?
No. I wish he went up there and started talking about...
actual cows?
Dead ass cows, like moo, like cows. Talking about, like, he went up there and started talking about the environment and specifically about cows and how cows get slaughtered. And like this many cows get slaughtered every day. I was like, yo, if you think people give a fuck about cows, if you think you give a fuck about cows, you don't. You never met a cow, like one. And I feel like if I beat his ass and everybody knew I beat his ass, the rest of them would stop, because I'm so sick of Hollywood acting like they're someone for people to look up to when, like, you know, you're famous for reciting other people's lines really well and acting like it's cold outside when it's hot. Like, that's it. Like, you're not a smart person. Get that smugness out of here. Accept who you are. And I feel like they need to be humbled in the most humbling way possible, which is getting your ass beat.
Damn, Joaquin Phoenix. He seemed like a tall dude too. He seemed like he was skinny in that movie though. I'll be
bone skinny. I think he got his bones skinnier for that role too. Like, he got bone skinny and that made his bone skinnier. That shit didn't make sense.
How you do that? You gotta tell those to these fighters. As a weight cutting 202.
Yeah, I don't think it was healthy though. I think it was the most unhealthy weight cut ever. Him and Christian Bale. Christian Bale bodied that, losing all that weight for a role too, better than you too. And he's Batman. I'm sorry, Joaquin Phoenix. I'm not actually that mad at you. No hate for your acting skill, though.
Be mad. Stay mad, son. You're not that mad if you can just... So you just want to sound... You sound like you just wanted to get it out.
No. I'm saying I got into insulting him for his acting ability and saying Christian Bale's better as an actor when I was like, that's not where I want to insult you right now, Joaquin Phoenix. I want to be clear. I respect you as an actor. Humble yourself in the rest of your life.
That's it. How would you do it?
MMA.
Muay Thai.
I'm fairly certain that he's never even played a sport or been close enough to be physical with a person. just by the way that he moves his hair when he talks, I could tell, like, oh yeah, you never had like a hug that was too hard or anything close to that. And I feel like I can just toss him around, do whatever to him. Would which is the most humbling thing ever.
He might actually like it. He toss around. Damn, they by a big black man. He might actually have achieved some dreams.
I don't know what's going on with Joaquin Phoenix's head, but that's my guy.
Nobody does. Alright. Cool. I don't know. We have to figure out a name for the segment. We'll come up with something.
Honestly, this card is what I don't have to be honest with this part. This is the most well-rounded card probably ever. That's because so many fighters are itching to fight and so many people are itching to watch some anything at all. But fucking the early prelims, and this one has a decent amount of fights that I actually care about. Have you seen Bryce Mitchell before? I saw his last fight.
Sir.
He had the second ever twister in UFC history. My man is just kind of nice with that jiu-jitsu set. And Charles Rosa is too. If this goes to the ground, this could be a pretty actually interesting fight. Bryce Mitchell he's someone to look out for though.
Who else we got?
Nico Price versus Vicente Luque, which is crazy that Vicente Luque is so far down. He's in the early prelims for this. That speaks to how stacked this fucking card is. Because Luque is a beast. Who did he just beat?
Hey, he beat Mike Perry.
Yes.
But he just lost to Wonder Boy.
He also, yes. Those are the 2 times I just saw him. He looked great in both, actually. This Wonder Boy came looking amazing. Wonder Boy actually looked the best he's ever had.
Yo.
But Luke is a beast.
Yo.
So is Nico Price, too. It's crazy this fight is so far down.
Well, talk to Greg Hardy.
Talk to Greg Hardy. Man, fuck Greg Hardy. We'll get to Greg Hardy, though. It's crazy that UFC puts any money into promoting him like that. At the same time, I get it. It moves the needle when people feel strongly towards fighters you have in any direction.
Really? People there to watch him lose?
Oh, more than ever.
But they pay money for it?
Yeah, that was Floyd's whole game plan. They're healed.
Yeah, but Greg Hardy is different than Floyd. Like, Greg Hardy's like a dirtbag type of...
Yeah.
Floyd wasn't a dirtbag like that.
Greg Hardy's not doing Greg Hardy like as a marketing tool. He just is a piece of shit person. But at the end of the day, they both have the same result as far as people watching for them to lose. Like Floyd purposely tries to get people to hate him for that reason. Greg Hardy just happens to be weird.
Yeah, but Floyd doesn't do any wild shit like that. Like, he does talk shit, more like Conor.
Floyd's more conscious of his career choices and shit like that. Like, it's all a planned out thing for Floyd. Like, he's not gonna do something that's gonna, like... Actually, I'm not saying not gonna do something because he has a history of beating all of his girlfriends. But he doesn't promote that as if, like...
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Floyd's hit all of his girls.
Damn.
Strong history of it. But Floyd's doing it on purpose, is my point. And that's just who Greg Hardy is. He's a piece of shit person. And I guess that moves the needle. But fuck it. I don't know. Have more dignity, UFC, than to bend over for whoever gets you numbers. But I get it. Fuck it. I don't know. He's fighting here, the main card for some reason, with all these fucking killers in the prelims. We can go ahead and start predicting in their prelims, because these are all main card fights.
Oh, the prelims? Yeah. Prelims. It's insane to have all this in one.
The prelims as a whole is a very, 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 very strong fight night. Like Anthony Pettis and Cowboy could definitely main card of main event of fight night, with the rest of these being a very, very solid main card. But yeah, Jacare versus Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall is another one. Some of these people are just slipping through the cracks as far as preferential treatment in the UFC, because I don't know how he's not getting the fights he should get.
I don't think, because the UFC just goes for the biggest money fight. That doesn't build your athletes up.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, yeah, I get it. Go for the biggest money fight because, you know, you got a business to run, but you should also a sport. Like, you should have some type of order to who's rising to the top and who's not, other than who's interesting.
Yeah, but these are independent contractors. These aren't employees. So it's a different dynamic. It's more of like a boxing style, or the opposite of boxing style.
No, it's the same as boxing in that sense, but I still feel like boxing still went more toward who's gonna push the sport forward rather than who's gonna get more numbers, except for the extreme examples of people who brought that type of numbers in. But I guess it's because boxing didn't get more popular as far as certain fighters and certain fights got more popular, you know what I mean? When Conor McGregor has a UFC fight, it's huge because it's Conor McGregor, he's the draw, but also UFC as a whole gets stronger, like across the board. If more people start watching Conor fights, then more people are going to get more into UFC and go, you know what, let me see a little bit of John Jones, let me see a little bit of whatever, and then like it trickles down more. There's more trickle down in like a success of UFC fighters in boxing.
Damn, you sound like Conor could have gotten some UFC stake, or should have actually.
I think he's working towards it. Conor's taking a lot from Floyd and how to make real money out of the position that both of them are in. And you know, he started his own promotion company, which is the same thing Floyd did, and that's how Floyd gets 100% of his, not 100%, but 100% of his side of the shares in each of his fights, which is huge. And Conor's trying to do the same thing, but the UFC won't let him do it because it's the UFC, so that might be his next move. I wouldn't be surprised.
How would you do that, though? What do you mean, like, just bully the UFC into it?
Just to get into business videos. I don't think he has enough to actually get that done, to be honest. I don't think he has enough leverage to get that done, but I definitely see him trying to. I think he does that by growing his promotions more to the point where they rival the UFC. UFC, which is what Mayweather did. Mayweather's promotions was bigger than most of these boxing promotions at the time, and that's why Mayweather was able to do it.
So Khan's gonna be the first transcendent UFC fighter.
He's gonna try to.
You don't think he's gonna do it?
I don't think he's in the position to be able to do that. The UFC is too big outside of Conor, and I don't think Conor has enough to offer them now. Like now, even though his fights will still be big, but he's in the tail end.
He's at the tail end.
He's gonna get what?
That's fair.
2 or 3 at the most more big fights in, which is, you know, not a crazy reason for UFC to put their future into Conor, promotion wise or whatever wise, business wise. We'll see though.
Alright, let's get into this.
The prelims. Wait, who do you think for Uriah Hall and Souza? So you got
Uriah Hall.
You got Uriah?
Yeah, Souza the back end.
Who Uriah is?
No, Souza.
Souza is? That's true.
Yeah, he just had a lot more fights, a lot more wear.
Who did Souza just fight last? Jacare Souza. Oh, that's right, he fought Jan. Yes, yeah. I do have Uriah too. Souza lost his last 2. I'm impressed with Jan Blachowicz, actually.
Oh yeah, he's come up very fast.
Well, yeah, knocking the head off of Luke Rockhold's neck had a lot to do with that. My girl, Karate Hottie, Carla Esparza.
When was the last time Karate Hottie fought? She already fought recently, hasn't she?
She got fucked up by Ioana.
That's who it was, yeah.
Her biggest fight was against Ioana, and Ioana pretty much outclassed her the whole time. She went the whole fight. She didn't get knocked out. She went the whole 5 rounds, but Ioana handled her.
Yeah, that's true. After Ioana got smacked. So, but Ioana's different. Even after getting all that, Ioana's a different animal.
Oh, Ioana's definitely a different animal. She's one of the top female fighters of all time. She's in a different class. I do think Karate Hottie still is too, though. Not up there with Ioana, but I got her being near the top of women's MMA right now.
Do you go with Ioana or with Michelle on this one?
Yeah.
Waters. I'm gonna piggyback off yours. I haven't really seen Carla Esparza, so I'm gonna just piggyback off you. Ride that wave.
Carla Esparza is one of those people where I see their name on every single card, but I don't have any memories of her fights.
Her name is Cookie Monster, so I don't know.
Her name is a Cookie Monster?
Cookie Monster, sorry. She's trying to tell you something.
She's trying to sell me something. Pick a different name. Sell me in your fights. Fabricio Verdum and Alexio Oleinik.
Still fighting?
He's still fighting. I don't know why. I mean, I guess he can do it because he's mostly jiu-jitsu or shit like that, so he could do that longer if that's what you're going to. And so is the boa constrictor. So if this goes to the ground, I think this can get really fucking interesting.
I guess, man. Verdum is 42. 42. Yeah. And he looked like it.
How fast does jiu-jitsu leave you though? Like I feel like jiu-jitsu is one of the things you can stay doing, especially for a high level like he is in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I feel like you can keep doing that well into, I mean, not well into your 40s, but well into the tail end of your career.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, shit, he's 42 as well.
Alexio Oleinik?
All these niggas also he's also 42, so fuck you watching old man.
Alexio Oleinik is 42 years old? That's crazy.
There we go, son. There you go.
What? Why is he so old? He definitely hasn't been fighting as long as...
No. Yeah, Verdum been doing it back in the day.
No, definitely not as long as Verdum. But Oleinik's been fighting longer than I thought. I had no idea Alexio Oleinik was that old.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna go Verdum because he's just been doing it longer.
I'm gonna go Oleinik.
Alexi's record is crazy.
Yeah, he's good.
Where'd he get this record from? Bellator?
Most of it, or a lot of it. He's been fighting in a lot of different organizations since, 96? So as long as his record's been building up. So he's been everywhere.
Shit, I got Verdum on this one, I guess.
Got Verdum. I'm gonna go with my boy Alexi. He's pretty good, man. He be choking motherfuckers out. Where'd I just... Oh, he just fought in the Cowboy and Conor card. That's right. Fought Mo Green. Choked his ass out.
Get another check.
Get another check. Get that trickle down.
Sir.
That Conor trickle down. Speaking of trickling down, I don't know why they insist on Anthony Pettis not being a main card fighter.
Yeah, this last one makes no sense.
None of them. I mean, I think he only in his last 5 fights. You think he only got up to the main card when he fought Tony, which is crazy because they were all big fights for.
No, he also the main card. He was with Diaz too.
Who did he fight in Diaz card?
Diaz.
Wait, oh, that's right.
When Nate came
that's back. Right. Nate beat Anthony Pettis and then went and fought Jorge. That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, Pettis has been up and down. He really.
Him and Michael Chiesa was also a prelim fight for some reason, but this fight has no business in the prelims to me. Cowboy just had a main card. It just had a main event with Conor and Anthony Pettis. Showtime.
Why do you think he's taking this fight?
I think most fighters would take any fights right now. I think that's why they were able to get a card like this now. I think this corona is hurting everybody. Nobody knows when they can get another fight in.
That's a good one.
I think any fighter, not any fighter, because obviously we couldn't get a lot of the fights you wanted. We couldn't get Rose versus who was Rose gonna fight?
Amanda.
No, Rose is gonna fight. We couldn't get Amanda.
Rose.
We couldn't get Rose and Jessica Andrade. We couldn't get.
Andrade.
We can't get Khabib. We can't get a lot of fighters, but there's also a lot of fighters just waiting for any type of call. So they got all these people.
I thought Cowboy would have gotten paid from that Conor one.
I'm sure he did. No. Cowboy is paid now. You see all the sponsorships he has now?
No, I haven't seen it.
He has a lot of like regular network commercials now. They're giving Cowboy the bag. I think P2, like the official, the UFC promotes it a lot. Like Cowboy is like their spokesman, their actual guy. And I think he has some bourbon too. He's getting paid. I would guess Cowboy is probably top 10 paid right now in UFC.
Okay.
I don't see anybody in the whole UFC actually. In the whole UFC, even people paid above him with more sponsorships than he does.
But he got fucked up in that Conor fight. Like Conor fucked him up.
I don't think that matters as much as his wallet. I mean, it might matter more for like his next few fights. Like he's not gonna be as big of a draw because on his biggest draw he got fucked up. But as far as money is concerned, he got paid from that shit, and he has so many sponsorships, which is where the real money comes in.
I guess.
Like obviously Conor's the most paid because fucking Proper 12.
Yeah.
And he has a clothing brand, and which I don't think it breaks no money. I'm not saying that, but he's also Conor McGregor. Also Floyd.
That's it. Yeah, Conor cashed in.
I'm pretty sure the crowd, everybody knows that. But Cowboy is sneaky paid for a UFC fighter.
It's just weird how he takes all these fights back to back. It just takes the worst matchups.
That's Cowboy. That's literally why he's Cowboy. It's because he takes every fight as often as possible. That's why he's the most winningest fighter ever. He has the most fights. He takes every single fight, never says no to anything. Which is crazy because that's career suicide, because like you gotta be very strategic with the fight to accept so you're actually moving up on the, you know what I mean?
But he's just so good that he's won enough that he's Hall of Fame.
He doesn't get any title shots though because of the way he just accepts any fights. Because you gotta accept big fights that are gonna grow you in the rankings or grow your net worth and shit like that to actually move up to be considered for a title fight, you know what I mean? But instead he's fighting killers who nobody knows because he accepts every fight. That's why niggas respect him though. He's a real cowboy. Most people don't do that shit.
So you think he's a Hall of Fame fighter?
Well, he definitely is because he's the most winningest fighter of all time. Just squarely because of that.
Just off of like durability. Is that durability or is that?
It's definitely durability.
An achievement?
That's achievement. He has the most wins. He won the most.
I guess no, but not achievement. That's the wrong word. But is that greatness? I guess, or is that just you've been there? I guess durability is a form of it. But is it more you've just been here the longest?
You're resilient
the most. Yeah. Then you're just.
I would say that if there's been so many fighters that's tried to do that who like it's been a terrible idea and it should stop, they lose in way more concerning fashion than Cowboy loses. Even though Cowboy has been losing lately, but that's because he's fighting the top of the top, not because he's dropped in ability. I think what makes Cowboy great is even with how many fights he has, it's usually a steep drop off in your skill when you get past a certain amount of fights, and then you start seeing shit like Overeem getting knocked out, the way he's getting knocked out and shit. Not that Overeem's dropped that much, but they just drop, and you should stop fighting at some point. Oh, a big example of that is Chuck Liddell. Like Chuck Liddell was killing niggas and he stayed too long, and then now anytime you flick him, he's just knocked out.
Okay, so you think the product of the recent Cowboy stuff you've seen is just him being here too long?
No, I think.
But he's never gotten title shots.
That's because I think he didn't use his career strategically to get to the top rankings and a title fight. Like you have to say no to a lot of fights and demand a better fight for yourself. That's why you see so many people doing call-outs after their fights and trying to do the work themselves to get to the fight they want that's going to grow them in their career.
They're playing their own matchmaker.
Because they understand that certain fights are going to make them a more popular fighter and certain wins are going to really do a lot more for the rankings than other ones. And that's not always even based off of skill.
So who you got in this fight?
This fight, Anthony Pettis and Cerrone. I'm gonna go Pettis, man. Pettis looks really good coming back. His fight against Tony, he looks so good. I think he was winning then when they stopped the fight. They stopped the fight because he broke his hand, but it was really like wild, interesting fight. They're both crazy ass fighters, and it was really close. I think I had Pettis winning by a slight margin, but it was close.
I got Pettis. I think it's just too recent for Cowboy to come back to back and just keep fighting. And then Pettis younger, faster.
Yeah.
And I think a better striker than Conor.
Than Cowboy?
Than Conor.
You think Pettis is a better striker than Conor?
Yeah, I think Conor's more powerful, definitely. But
Conor's a really good striker.
Because I like Conor's movement a lot more, but in terms of just pure striking and technique, kicking, all that, I don't know. I like Pettis.
Pettis is really good too. I wouldn't say he's better than Conor striking guys, but he's up there.
Okay.
Love Cerrone though.
Oh yeah, but getting there. Can't keep doing this forever.
Yeah, he will. It's a wild ass man. His entire life is just adrenaline.
That's it.
Straight, non-stop, from start to finish.
It's cowboy world, man.
It's a cowboy world.
Country ass lifestyle.
Is he from where's he from, you know?
Is he? I don't know.
I think he's from like Vermont or Utah or one of those places, like mountains and shit.
Okay.
Like one of the cowboy mountain places. I have no idea if Vermont has mountains.
Bareback Mountain motherfuckers.
Yeah. Bareback Mountain.
Is that not where the movie was? I never really seen it.
Brokeback Mountain. But Bareback is funny.
That's it. That's it.
Bareback Mountain. Brokeback is crazy too, actually.
Shit. A little bit of something. They got telling you right there.
Nah, yeah. I'm telling you what this movie's about. Two cowboys having rough fun. To the main card.
Mm-hmm.
To the main card.
To the main card.
Bro, I don't understand. I gotta find out. I want to see more videos of Dana. I might check like the post-fight conferences and shit like that for Greg Hardy's fights. I want to see or hear Dana's general vibe towards Greg Hardy because it doesn't seem to make sense how much preferential treatment he's getting.
Especially with this card, because I feel like everybody's buying this card just because there's no fights.
Yeah, like I get like he was co-main event like so early in his career, but I get like he's on cards that like wasn't that stacked. So again, okay, he has a little bit of attention because of his checkered past and shit like that. I hate how they call it checkered past too. This motherfucker's a piece of shit.
Right?
His checkered past. Checkered past is like I used to sell drugs or shit like that. Where it's like, all right, you can still be a good person, just in a bad situation, or like done something stupid. As a person, is a piece of shit. But being on the main card of and this type of card is just crazy.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Even though he's good.
I guess heavyweight, you don't really have to be that technical at heavyweight.
No.
That's why Stipe dominates.
Francis is that is why Stipe dominates. Stipe is by far the most technical heavyweight. Francis is pretty technical too with his stand-up, but nothing else. And like the rest is just like, like you got Rosenstruck, you got fucking Derek Lewis.
I mean, obviously, Overeem.
Overeem's pretty technical though. That's what you're saying. That's very obviously, yeah.
K1 champ.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
So who you got? These are like...
Greg Hardy and Jorgen De Castro.
Yeah.
I got this fight not leaving the first round, for sure. This fight is finishing in 45 seconds to a minute and a half. Definitely.
Is that because the gas tank or because somebody's going to get clipped?
It's because of both. They both are going to throw 14 of the hardest punches they can throw, and that's going to be the fight. That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to run in there, get in the middle, throw 14 punches each. They probably won't make it to 14 because one of them's going to be down. And I think that's going to be Jorgen probably. Greg Hardy is, as much as I hate him, he's very, very, very athletic for his size. And it's more explosive than a lot of heavyweights. He's up there with explosivity.
Don't get into the NFL for no reason.
You don't. That's true.
Prime athlete. I might be with you. This is Jorgen's second fight in the UFC.
You're going to go with Greg Hardy?
Hardy, yeah.
I'm not mad at you. It's going to be an entertaining ass fight though.
Yeah, probably 52 seconds of it.
Oh, 52 seconds of it, yeah.
Alright, now we got Jeremy Stevens.
Calvin
Qatar.
What you thinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jeremy on this one. Shorter fighter, but way more experience.
I haven't seen Calvin Qatar fight at all.
Same. They got him ranked pretty high.
Calvin Qatar?
Yeah, they got him 9th.
Yeah, he's 9th in featherweight. I still have Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah, same.
Sorry, Calvin. Just don't know enough about you.
I got it going 3rd round. Just guessing, really. That's like
you again, like TKO in the 3rd round or something?
Yeah, I see somebody going out in 3rd round.
I see somebody. I see somebody. Anybody.
Featherweights need more knockouts.
What a featherweight.
Just to help the division out. Just all lightweights. Everybody at 145 and under.
Yeah, that's when it's hard to knock people out, though.
Yeah, root for it. Because I'm that weight, so I feel like it justifies me a little bit.
Volkanovski can knock people out.
I guess that's why we need all people, so that way I'm more intimidating. You know what I'm saying?
I get you. Max Holloway will piece you up. Brian Ortega will snap your...
He will, but he'll take a lot of hits.
Who, Max?
Yeah, but those niggas are also not... They're also not 145.
No.
Those niggas are 160.
Oh, no. Alexander Volkanovski, he used to be 245 pounds. Did you ever see that? He was huge. He's like 5'1", but he used to be 5'1", 245 pounds. We used to play rugby. That's not a human. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's a big-ass meatball.
And he got all the way down to 1.
And that's how he got that power.
That made no sense.
You know, Ortega's definitely a bigger dude, too.
Yeah.
And Zabit. Zabit's pretty tall. Speaking of niggas being able to knock other niggas out,
right?
Francis and Rosenstruck, son, Rosenstruck. I'm sorry that you had to get in the ring with this dude, but you better throw your first 4 hard.
That's it. That's all you got.
You know, they both have crazy power, unreasonable power. But Francis is way more of a technical striker than people give him credit for because of how hard he hits. People put him in the same category as like Derek Lewis and Rosenstruck, actually, who is like their main game plan is just, all right, let him tire himself out, let him do whatever, and just throw each punch as hard as I can. They don't, not too many setups or anything like that. Francis can box. He can box, and if he touches you, it's a problem. And he has a chin.
That's a wrap. He does have a chin. He took it. Yeah, he took it from Stipe.
He took it from Stipe. He took a lot of shots from who am I thinking of? Kane. I'm thinking of Kane or JDS. I mix up those two fights so much.
JDS.
It was JDS. I think it was JDS. He took some pretty big shots from.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I Francis is next level. I think it's gonna be interesting. Fuck, they're gonna be throwing. This is a violent ass card actually. As we go through it, this is a violent card. I like it.
Yeah, Francis is. If you just go through Francis's fights, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the Stipe fight, and then 1 minute, 1 minute. It's
yeah, and then go see how those fights ended.
Right.
We both got Francis.
Oh, easily. Yeah. It's a win for Rosenstruck if he can make it to the 3rd round.
Oh no, there's not gonna be a 3rd round. I'll be surprised if this goes to the 2nd round.
Really?
I think they're gonna throw. But yeah, actually, you never know. You never know how Francis is gonna go into the fight. I think, and Rosenstruck will wait it off if he has to, like he did with Overeem. He split his lip open with like 12 seconds left in the fight.
He has some stamina too.
Rosenstruck does, yes.
So he might make it.
He might make it, but he'll have to catch Francis pretty solid. You gotta catch him. Francis is a great stand-up.
Well, we got the same one. Hopefully he makes it to the 3rd. Who on him?
Do you think tides turn in Rosenstruck's favor if he makes it later on to the fight or to the 3rd round?
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely see, especially during the Stipe fight, you see him, and in the Derek Lewis fight, you see Francis kind of weighed out. Yep.
Because it's hard to tell with Francis because he hasn't been late in fights like at all in his career, so it's hard to tell. Because the Stipe fight, I chalked him more up to Stipe just overwhelming him and everything else. Francis probably doesn't have grappling stamina at all because he never was grappled, and Stipe grappled the fuck out of him and wrestled the fuck out of him. That's a different type of stamina. If Francis is throwing hands, he might be able to do that for 3 rounds, maybe not 5, but 3.
Yeah, and I guess Rosenstruck hasn't really gone distance either.
Rosenstruck has the tank. He definitely has the tank. Him and Overeem almost if it went the distance, Overeem would have won, but I mean they were 8 seconds from being to the distance, or 12 seconds or whatever.
At least you're getting a paycheck, buddy.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man, I got Francis and Uno. Maybe dos.
Yes, sir.
Got a tiny champ. No longer champ. Oh, no. Henry is champ. I'm sorry.
Still champ.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Dos champ. Sorry, brother. You just got it actually too from TJ.
The intergender champion.
The intergender champion?
I love that
Is that
shit.
because of the weight?
I love that shit. No, because he just said he would beat a woman's ass. He said, I'm the intergender champion. I love that shit.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He's not wrong, son. That's what I love about it. That's straight facts, and they can't be mad about it.
I do want to see, because Cyborg is heavier than Henry Cejudo. And if we let Cyborg get as heavy as she wants, I want to see the fight. Henry's gonna win, but I want to see the fight.
Really? You think Henry will win? Henry at 135 versus Cyborg at 160, 170?
Henry's a top of the line wrestler. I think so.
That's true. And 135 is what he cuts to.
I still think Henry at 135 will still win.
I guess him being 5'4" just fucks with me.
I know, he's wild short, son. This nigga is a dwarf. Mm-hmm. This man's a real life dwarf. He's a cornball dwarf. But Dominic Cruz is back after how long has it been since Dominic Cruz has fought?
2016 against Garbrandt. His last fight was Garbrandt.
His last fight was when he lost the belt?
It was Cody. Yep.
To come back out right into a championship fight might not be the best idea. Henry Cejudo is, top of the game right now.
Yeah.
He's Henry Cejudo. He's fresh off of beating DJ then TJ, which is, that's some big high quality wins. But, Dominic Cruz, I would be more excited for this fight if it wasn't for that break. Because Dominic Cruz, was part of that rotating circle of who has a belt in that division. Because, he had it and then he lost to TJ and TJ. TJ had it. Dominic Cruz beat TJ and got it. And then Dominic Cruz lost to Cody. And then TJ beat Cody. And then TJ lost to Henry. And now Dominic Cruz is fighting Henry. And that would be way more interesting if Dominic Cruz didn't take fucking 4 years off of fighting. This would be a better version of what's going on with the flyweight belt for women's that we were talking about earlier. With Ioana and Zheng Wang Li and Rose and that entertaining circle.
Yeah, I wonder why he took this fight.
He might feel like he's still got it. Like he's right there. But, tune-up fight, bro. Tune up with anybody. There's a lot of good people in that division to fight. I'll go right to a belt.
Also, if you're Dana, why are you giving him this fight?
Yeah, but I feel like it's a bad decision for Dana White too, because you can use that piece of Dominic Cruz better if you could give him a tune-up fight and let him get into a big championship fight, more in shape. Because if he comes in and loses like this to Henry Cejudo, especially if he gets dominated by Henry Cejudo in the biggest stage ever, it's like, what do you do with that piece of Dominic Cruz now? Put him back at commentating, which he definitely will be, but you know what I mean? You can get some more legs under it.
You think he'll diminish his commentating?
Nah, people respect. Actually, people respect Dominic Cruz. He was a long-time champion of the division.
Yeah,
he was a champ.
I think they just see it as like he came back after a long time on some Ronda Rousey shit, and just the game kind of passed him by.
Yeah, but that was bad for Ronda Rousey. That killed her career when she came right back into Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, it killed her fighting career, but you think it'd kill if she wanted to get into commentating?
I mean, she's killing it in WWE right now because of her name.
Well, not now.
Well, not now. I mean, actually, no, now. WWE's still rolling. They just did WrestleMania.
WWE is, but you didn't see her fallout with everything? She called it fake sports and all that.
It is.
Yeah, but she quit. Yeah, but she was a part of it. So she quit and called that shit fake.
Why would she do that? Wait, she quit?
I don't know. Yeah.
Why would she do that?
Called it fake.
She's making so much money over there.
I think it was because the fans didn't respect her during one of the WrestleManias. So, like, she got turned on like everybody else gets turned on in WWE.
We see how she deals with that type of adversity. Like, the first time she lost, like, a period, she couldn't come back to the sport. The first time she lost once to Hardy Holm. When everybody, you know, it's UFC, everybody loses. It's part of their career. The first time she lost, she's like, man, I can't handle this. And then the second time she lost, she's like, it's over.
She kept talking about how she wanted to retire undefeated with the Floyd path and everything. So she kept saying it until...
You know who else said it, and even more, to a way higher degree? Conor McGregor. And he lost to Nate Diaz, and what'd he do? He made the second fight of Nate Diaz the biggest fight ever. It's about how you come back to it. Because she was a female Conor McGregor at the time. She was the biggest thing ever. Mm-hmm. So there was a time period where she was bigger than Conor.
Oh yeah, she was before Conor. She was the face of MMA.
That's it to say that I understand how if she gets a certain amount of flack from her fans, that she could just like, man, you know what, I quit. She's emotional in that way.
As a fighter, how are you that sensitive when you a fighter like that? I guess because she never lost. If you never lose, maybe.
Yeah, like she never lost. Like at all.
Even
she's Olympic.
That whole time growing up in judo, that whole time, never lost.
She was always the best judo practitioner in the room. As everybody says, she's the truth with that. How do you deal with adversity? It's part of it. Everybody gets humble. How do you deal with that? That's what really makes the great fighters or the greats.
See how Dominic Cruz can take it.
We'll see.
Not hopeful.
He's been gone for 3 years. I'm not saying we'll see it in a way that like I'm seriously doubting it. I'm saying we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. I guess I got Cejudo.
Yeah, I got Cejudo. So we both have Cejudo on that. Our picks are not changing that much in this. What did we even disagree on? We both had Cejudo. We both had Francis. We both had Jeremy Stevens. Both had Greg Hardy. So far in the main card, we are on the same page.
Both had Pettis. You had Olenek.
I had Olenek, you had Fabricio. We both had Michelle Watterson. We split on Uriah Hall and Souza, I think. No.
Yep.
No, yeah, we split. Because you had Uriah, I have Souza. Just Jacare and Fabricio and Alexi.
That's it.
I mean, we still got the main fight. Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson. First team all violence.
Oh yeah, this is about to be anti-Adesanya Romero.
Yeah, yes. Because they both just push forward.
The exact opposite. Yeah, it'll be a fun fight. Tony, throws crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean Tony's always gonna be interesting. That man, I don't know what I think it's really just his elbows. Niggas' faces be so fucked up after Tony fights. Like, son, so fucked up.
Somebody got pad Tony's elbows.
Do you see, like, I follow Tony on Instagram too. He does the craziest training shit that it looks like has nothing to do with anything. His elbow conditioning is crazy.
What is elbow conditioning?
Elbow conditioning is strengthening the bones and sharpness of your elbows and your, whatever you call, arm shin, tibia and tibia, whichever one it is.
The only trick I know about elbows is to keep your hands open.
Is to keep your hands open? That's like technique wise. I'm talking about like changing the shape of the bone. Like, you know how you do shin conditioning?
Kinda, yeah. I guess I understand the concept, but how do you do it for your elbow? Like, what part of the elbow gets conditioned?
Your actual elbow and your arm shin, you know what I mean? Like the outside. I don't know if it's tibia or fibia, but one of those. Like the forearm bones here. Them shits is sharp. Slice people open. Very fast. And very immediately. Like niggas spray blood.
Apparently. And his jiu-jitsu is off the charts, man. Darce you out of nowhere.
Yeah, he is a crazy Darce. Justin Gaethje is crazy too, though. This is gonna be an entertaining ass fight. I'm excited, man, to be honest. I'm really excited. I've been wanting to watch any sports for the past month and a half. I've been dying for something. And this is perfect. If it happens. Who knows?
That's a good point. It's still a week away. We don't even know.
Yeah. Like, what changed really between this fight date and the date for the last one?
Florida.
Where is this gonna be at? This is gonna be in Florida?
Yeah, I heard in Florida because they consider WWE an essential business. So Dana's like, fuck it.
Last time they were on an Indian reserve. We're talking about an Indian reserve, which they don't have any jurisdiction on. It wasn't the state commission. It was Disney, like the mouse cracked down at ESPN, who cracked down on UFC. So, like, what would change in that respect? I guess people's general vibe about Corona.
Yes, they said they're doing it in 40 miles south of Fresno, in California.
That's where they're doing this one? So they're still in California?
Yep.
What the fuck changed?
The land belongs to the Tachiyopu tribe, which is federally recognized Santa Rosa. Yep.
So this one's going to be in that Indian reservation that they were talking about last time. Mm-hmm. What the fuck changed? Why should I expect this one to come through when the last one didn't?
Maybe because some of the states are opening up. I guess only the red states are opening up, but something's happening.
Yeah, I think Disney and ESPN cared about public opinion was the main like thing, and to their credit, back then people's general vibe about people doing anything to Corona was definitely different than now.
And people weren't fed up too.
Yeah, people were a lot more welcoming to something happening now because of how much cabin fever they have.
Yep.
I guess it's still, we'll see, because this Corona shit's still in the streets. Not the actual virus. I mean, maybe the actual virus, but the
hysteria.
Yeah, the hysteria. But to answer your question at first, I have Tony in this fight.
You got Tony?
Gaethje can beat him.
I don't know, man. It's tough. I would have given it Tony easily, but after they pushed this up and they gave Gaethje more of a training camp.
Oh, you saying you would have had Tony in the original date for this?
Yeah, because Tony was already ready.
It's so last minute for Gaethje.
And I was hearing talking about like there's a wind down for a training camp. So you build up to the training camp, you build up to the fight, and then after the fight, you're supposed to cool down.
I think none of those rules apply to Tony though, because Tony, he's on record saying his training camp is year round. Tony's never stopped training, never ever. Actually, that's his thing. Everybody's training with Tony says like they don't understand. Tony is 24/7, 365 training camp, like seriously training. Like for the last fight, it was canceled. Maybe I think it was 12 days before the actual date, and Tony still kept losing weight just to make weight during that Saturday, knowing he wouldn't fight, which means like he still lost like I think it was something crazy like 16 pounds in a week.
Damn.
Only to say that he made weight for that fight. What you're saying would apply to I think every single fighter that's not named Tony Ferguson.
Maybe, yeah, probably. He's like Evander Holyfield. Just keep training for no reason.
Tony don't wind up, Tony don't wind down. That nigga is 24/7 wound, if that's a word.
Okay.
Wound.
Then yeah, you convinced me. Then yeah, it's probably gonna be a Tony victory. Yeah, I think he really also wants to fight Khabib real bad. He's not gonna give up this opportunity.
So does Gaethje. Khabib and Gaethje is a big fight too, huge for Gaethje.
I guess Khabib will take Gaethje down a lot easier than he would Tony.
Yes, the reason why I say that Tony's beatable in this one is because actually for both fighters is they're both very high level strikers and they both eat shots.
Yep.
They both take a lot of shots. Tony takes a lot of shots and Gaethje is strong.
That's a good point. Yeah, Gaethje can put him out.
Gaethje takes a lot of shots too. That's what makes this fight so interesting.
But Gaethje's shots are more powerful. Tony's more of a volume.
They're more powerful, but also Tony, like I said before, Tony slices you open, son. Tony's very effective with the shots too. I wouldn't say power-wise, but damage-wise, yes. Tony's still there. Him and Cowboy went pretty much blow for blow. Cowboy wasn't losing as far as like the technical striking. Cowboy might have been winning actually technical striking, but Tony fucked his face up so much that it's impossible to look at him and say Cowboy won that fight.
Okay, this is about to be a fun fight.
It's gonna be so fun. UFC 249 next Saturday, May 9th. We'll be back probably after the next. We'll be back after these fight nights. What do you want? You know what? No, let's come back after the UFC event.
I'll just wait to see what happens, man. See what happens. See if they go on.
Call it by ear.
Yeah, call it by ear. We come back whenever. Like ain't shit else going on. Gyms are still closed.
We'll see with this UFC 249. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody. Let us know what you're thinking for these fights, who you got, if you disagree with me and AJ, because we did not disagree with each other.
We need different opinions.
We'll catch you guys.
So stay healthy out there.
Stay healthy. Peace. Don't wear your face mask while you're driving. You don't need it. Son, just don't wear your face mask in the car. Relax. All of you. A little bit. Wear it at Walmart, sure. Wear it in the gas station. Think things through. Don't look stupid for no reason. Alright, that's it. Peace.